In today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 3 reasons why alt season didn't start. We have many people saying that this bull market will be different, Bitcoin will be the only one to move. People said the same thing last cycle, so I'm gonna show you 3 reasons why, based on the charts and based on macroeconomics, why it's not the case. So if we start with current market, we have everything correcting, it's normal. Bitcoin moved on the weekends. I said this actually to my Discord members that I don't trust these kind of moves on the weekend. If you want to be ahead of 99% of people, just be on my Discord. All these scenarios, these moves downs, really good buying opportunities for altcoins, all of this in one place. You don't have any better place than Discord. Make sure you join. You have my link tree. You can join Elite, Pro. You have different options, but by far it's the best edge if you are in crypto. So why is this happening? The current US Treasury yields are going through the roof, meaning the debt that the US government has to pay, which is enormous, I think around $32 trillion, is getting more difficult to pay. The yield is getting higher, meaning people, investors, even countries are selling bonds. That's why you are getting the yields on the 10-year, 30-year, just getting through the roof. Not only that, we had Moody's credit rating downgrade. Moody's is one of the biggest credit agencies in the world, and the fact they downgraded USA, in this case, the credit, it means that it's not as safe as before. So investors perceive this as really bad. Also, we are seeing Japan, also once it's one of the biggest buyers of US debt, is also experiencing raising yields, which means people are also selling bonds, or investors selling bonds in Japan. That also makes things worse for Japan. So this is one of the reasons why we are seeing this kind of correction. When yields start to go higher, when people start selling bonds, it tends to be a risk-off environment. That's why you are seeing this correction today. The US government has big debt, so yields coming down means that they can pay their debt with lower yield, which is much better than paying at 5% like what's current. So that's the main reason why. Now let's look at the charts, and I'm going to show you why I think altcoins still have a long way to go. So Bitcoin around supply. I spoke about this on my private Discord, that I expected a correction for Bitcoin and altcoins, to be honest. As long as Bitcoin is above 100k, we are still bullish. If you look at the 12 and 21 exponential moving averages on the daily, which I always like to look at, is around 100k. So as long as Bitcoin is above 100k, we could even have a quick move towards 97. We have this really good demand zone, and then continuation higher, or simply we could range around here. I don't think we lose 97, or worst case scenario, even 95. I think we hold that, and we could be ranging a while around this level. According to M2, money supply, we could be seeing Bitcoin around 150k this year. With money supply, accordingly, it would be in August. I don't think it will be that fast, but I would say end of this year, we could easily see Bitcoin at 150k. I think around 130, 150k, which I think is the last part of the move. That's when altcoins are going to move. At least if you look at past cycles, and I'm going to show you in this video, altcoins only moved in the last push for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin went from 40 to 60k, and altcoins did like 7x in 4 months. So I think the same thing will happen. So in terms of Bitcoin chart, looking really good, still above the 12 and 21. As long as we are above, say, 100 to 95k, worst case scenario 95k, we are good. So Bitcoin looks good, nothing to say about that. So this is the first reason why I don't think we had a bull market for altcoins yet. If you look at the last 2 cycles, or 3 cycles in this case, you only had a really big bull market for altcoins when Bitcoin dominance hit 70 to 74%. So we hit in 2017, 2019, and 2021. This led to massive bull markets for altcoins, and it was very, very quick. That's what I want you to know. It's not going to be 2 years where altcoins go higher. It will be 3, 4, max 5 months where they do very well and then they collapse 70, 80%. So I think the same thing will happen. We came to 65, we had a correction. I'm still not convinced that this is the top for Bitcoin dominance. I still think we might reach 70. So, which means we will still see Bitcoin doing better than altcoins overall, but I think the top is near. Second reason why I don't think this is a bull market for altcoins, when you look at the chart of Ethereum, it's been in a downtrend against Bitcoin since 2021 actually. We only started showing some life last week. As you can see, we had a break of structure, we had a good move, but still not confirmed. Historically, Ethereum only, or altcoins only moved really well when Ethereum was stronger than Bitcoin, which is not the case. We had a move, last 2-3 weeks, but still we have a lot to go higher for me to be convinced that this is the beginning of Altseason. So also, we still are really low on the chart Ethereum against Bitcoin. Another reason why Altseason is not here. You never have Altseason when Ethereum is this weak. Even if I'm not a big fan of Ethereum, I still think we're gonna at least have a good move, even if I think Solana and Sui as layer ones are best options. And the third reason why is we are still in a high interest rate environment. We are still in quantitative tightening. Yeah, we are transitioning to quantitative easing, but overall, we still are in a financial tough environment. And altcoins only thrive when you have lower interest rates, when people have excessive money to spend, then they buy shitcoins, they buy everything, which is not the case. But I think this year, end of this year, beginning of next, I think we're going to have a period where altcoins are going to do very well. I think also the war between Russia and Ukraine might end, also Israel. So if these things also happen, if wars stop, also altcoins will have, I think, a massive bounce. So now I'm going to speak about the altcoins I'm looking at and accumulating around these levels. So Tau is in a great level. I spoke about this on my Discord, where I said to the members that I thought Tau would have a correction. And the level I'm looking at to buy Tau again is, actually we are getting very close, is between 386 and 330. I think around here, this demand zone led to a really good move. So I think Tau bottoms around 330. I think we could even bounce around 387. By far still my number one conviction. I think this is a 100 billion to $1 trillion project in the making. So definitely not financial advice, of course, but this is a good level to accumulate. Between 387 and 332, we had this resistance level against, also against Bitcoin. If you look at the chart, we rejected in the level I was expecting. But nothing surprising. We had a move of 170% in a month for Tau, Sui the same. So it's normal to have a correction. Another really good project, Sui. I think for Sui, 343 to 324, it's a really good level to accumulate. This is a good demand zone, broke structure. So I'll say Tau, Sui, and my last one, Solana. I think Solana between 150 and 140 would be a great level as well. So thank you very much. If you want to contact me, make sure you send me a message on Instagram. I will never ask you for money. There are tons of scammers out there under my name, so be careful. Thank you very much.